This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Don't you hate getting messed with on your days off? Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Mass Effect. In the last episode, we finished cleaning up the Rachni that we were aware of, except for any other extra mission, which we'll find out about later. But we're back to the Citadel, and we were accosted by the good Admiral Mikhailovich earlier. However, before we used our status as a Spectre to get him to go away. But if we play this a bit more diplomatically, we get a bit more out of it than just the renegade points. We might get a little reward. So let's talk to the Admiral again and play things a bit differently than just being straight up with him.
Tin Hut!
At ease. Rear
Okay,
Admiral
we'll skip that
Admiral.
because we've
Let's
done that. But
My
yeah, if you,
Commander
I
63rd
guess
and
Kaiden has
Council
priority when
paws,
it comes to
claws,
like,
tentacles, whatever. They got them on
if
our
Ashley or
ship,
Kaiden in the
and
group, they
you.
both salute him because they're both Alliance military. So just, respect and chain of command and stuff like that. But I guess Kaiden does it instead of Ashley, or maybe it randomizes it. But every time I was doing off screen just to see if it would switch to Ashley, it kept doing Kaiden. So I don't know. But anyway, I just showed Ashley there just so to. I took Kaiden out just so I could show Ashley tin hunting for those who cared.
I wasn't
Okay,
keen.
anyway, we're doing
I
that
don't
again.
begrudge the
Okay,
politician's decision to
same
throw your
thing.
ship.
We're getting pissed off at them because
I'm here to make an
whatever.
inspection,
Okay,
Commander.
so this time we're going to let him
Normandy is
do
an
it,
Alliance warship.
and the conversation
I
goes a
intend
bit
to see
further
she's
this
up to
time.
snuff.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
It sounds like you're never happy. No one's ever happy, especially on the top. Sorry about what? I bet.
Sounds like a fairly common situation.
Commander, I suggest you secure your mouth. It's going to get you in trouble. Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
What are you talking about? I mean, we can't fix that. Personal radios. So, or the renegade or the intimidate. It's kind of funny how we're kind of intimidating an admiral, but hey, they're people just like anyone else, right? We're trained for it.
There are no amateurs on this crew. They know to keep idle chatter minimized during combat, and I can bellow with the best DIs.
A fair point. I suppose the design has no chance of becoming standard. No need to worry about a generation of recruits learning things bass-ackwards. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
Well, I mean, numbers doesn't always. Well, okay, depending on the war, numbers can mean a lot. But if it's just a bunch of like, oh, what was it in World War II that the Soviet Union ran out of tanks, so people were starting to chase. They were charging at tanks with like just infantry and men on horses, and the one tank was like could destroy all of them. So I think this is the same situation. Although Normandy isn't as big as a dreadnought, but it can have its uses. But anyway, it's useful. It is a lot of money. We're fast too. Give it a chance. And if you just choose any of these options, you just don't convince the commander, and all it does is you get like a journal. I think it's either a journal entry, and then someone tells you like you learn about his report later on, like what he tells you about it. But if you can do the persuade options, obviously you get a better result out of it. So, do you read history, Admiral? Do you know the good guy or the winners write history?
Men of limited vision said the same thing about early aircraft, submarines, and tanks.
There's two ways I could take that, Commander, but that is true. I suppose the early U-boats weren't much better. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Alien. Wait, these are alien nationals like Garrus and Rex? I don't even think they best represent their species anyway. So it's they're allies. Sorry, not my call. You assume I have a choice. Yeah, no. Well, actually, I think when you choose that option, you said like the council forced them on me. I'm like, they didn't force Rex or Garrus on us or Tally. I think that was actually Udina who even said go ahead and take them. I'm like, well, at least Tally anyway. The other two, we just kind of did it anyway. But anyway, that's my choice to make, sir.
I'm Normandy's commanding officer. The regs state I have the authority to say who does and doesn't come aboard. If you disagree, send a complaint up the chain of command.
Sophistry, Commander. You know I'm right. You want them on board that bad? Fine. Don't quote regs at me. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
It's kind of weird how, though, like when he says that none of the companions like react to it. Like if you bring Rex or Garrus, which I did bring Rex, but even if you bring Rex or Garrus or Tally, none of them say anything. So unfortunately, I guess they assume they know that this is a situation they shouldn't butt into, so they don't say anything. But anyway, we need to kick some ass, kick some ass.
We showed the Council something they hadn't thought of with our fighter carriers. You may disapprove of Normandy, but she's just another way we're outthinking them.
That assumes Normandy's technologies can become practical in the future. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I had planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
Oh, he exits stage right this time instead of left. But yeah, we get experience, Codex entry, and Renegade points for obviously choosing the Intimidate options as well. So yeah, it almost, I mean, obviously you could just shove them off if you don't care about that. But if you're looking for an experience option, there you go. So I don't remember what, I think it's a secondary option that occurs. At some point I am going to start, maybe I should just like every episode read one entry just to get it out of the way so we can like get it slowly knocked down. So let's do upgrades here for now, and then the only reason I'm not doing the main ones is because they're read out by someone, and I want to save that for later. So upgrades: the development of practical manufacturing. I thought it was manufacturing. Maybe manufacturing means something completely different. Omni tools allow modern militaries a great deal of flexibility in equipment loadouts. A vast number of field modification kits or upgrades are available for common equipment such as weapon, armor, omni tools, biotic amps, and even grenades. An upgrade kit typically consists of less than a dozen unique parts and optical storage disks. When loaded into an omni tool, the OSD provides all technical specifications required to manufacture the tools and additional parts necessary to install the upgrade into another piece of equipment. Assembly is typically modular and installation can be completed in less than a minute. Since omni tools are designed to use common battlefield salvage materials such as plastic, ceramics, and light metals, rendered into semi-molten omnigel for quick use, it is quite possible for a trained soldier carrying upgrade kits to customize gear on the battlefield to fit the current tactical situation. One down and a million to go, folks. But I don't want to bog it down in that, so we'll continue on. So hopefully we'll get some character conversations or at least some news. Should get something, so one day, somehow, someone will talk about something.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
I guess I should cut a talk through that. That was the one. We heard that last time. Although when I was doing some testing for this, the characters actually talked in one of them, so there must be quite a randomization, because sometimes I'll get the same one like 10 times in a row, and then in the 11th I'll get something different. I'm like, I just can't plan these out, can I? But anyway, yeah, like before we found this reporter in front of here, then there's a couple of ways that this can pan out. Talking to
Commander
her, Khalisa al-Jilani, I'm just going to call her Jilani because that's easier for me to say without messing it up too badly. Talking to her starts a task called the Citadel, the Fourth Estate. The Fourth Estate is actually a term in, I think in the news or news media about like setting up a political scene or view when talking to people. So you try to put it into a specific direction. So as you can already, with that line in mind, you can already tell what her meaning is. Obviously there's a couple ways to finish this. You could, well, let's talk to her, and we can. The reason I say it just so I can show you the quickest way to resolve this.
Khalisa been seen in Al-Jalani, Westerland News. Would you answer a few questions for our viewers?
Okay, Khalisa is her name, but I'm still going to say Jelani just for short. Go away.
I'm not in the mood, Miss Al-Jalani.
People back home have heard a lot of wild stories about you, Commander. I can give you the chance to set the record straight. What do you say?
I say get stuffed.
I don't have time to justify myself to your viewers. I have a galaxy to save. Excuse me.
Your choice, Shepard.
And thus ending that one. However, there is sort of a reward you get, but you don't get it for now. You have to go back into your ship. Anyway, a reporter approached you for an interview. You refused. when you go to, well, actually, since I just walked away from that, there probably won't be anything. But what happens if you finish the interview and go back to space? Admiral Hackett, who's like kind of the big dog for Admiral Alliance you talk to outside of like, you know, Anderson or Dina or whatever, he gives you like a response to how the interview went. I don't know if he says anything if he just walked away. Probably not. But depending how you answer or do it, he'll say, oh, you did a good job, or oh, you messed up, and then he gives you the reward. But he doesn't say you messed up as in like, oh, you're terrible. He's just like, nah, it's a news reporter, you know, whatever. We'll take care of it, that type of thing. Basically says just keep doing your job or whatever. But yeah, you could just straight up walk away, and there's two variations of walking away. There's like that option where you just say get stuffed, or
Commander
if
Shepard?
you there's a Paragon option to walk away too, which I can show you. So
Khaleesa been seen in Al Jalani,
let's,
Westerland News.
I'll just click the same
I can
option
give you
there.
the chance
Oh,
to set
I
up.
don't have time to justify.
I accidentally pressed
choice,
the
Shepard.
wrong button again. Sorry, folks. Whoopsie doodle. Try it again. Huh, save 69. But yeah, when we go to the Citadel the second time, yeah, like 4 or 5 quests open up, and one of the quests is unique depending on a character background,
Commander
which I'll show you
Shepard?
here in a moment whenever we get to it. So
Khaleesa been seen in Al
okay, go
Jalani.
away. I just
I
like
can
saying
give
the
you the
same
chance
option.
to set
So
the record straight.
okay,
What do you
so
say?
obviously you say the top or middle one if we go and get to the next objective here. So
So long as you understand that I may not be able to answer all questions.
I'm sure our viewers will understand. Humans have been trying to get the respect of the galactic community for 26 years. With that in mind, what are your feelings on being the first human Spectre?
yeah, it seems awesome. Honored. It's just another job. It's long overdue.
We all know it should have happened years ago. I hope the Council realizes that we won't sit at the kids' table forever.
Some believe that without firm action on our part, the Council will continue to treat us like poor relations. Have you encountered any situations where the Citadel asked you to place its needs before the needs of Earth?
No, nope. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to tacos. It's not like that. They don't bother me. They know better.
I think they know not to ask me to work against my own people.
I think our viewers will be glad to hear that, Commander. You've been given command of an advanced human warship for your missions. Is there anything you'd like to say about it?
So this is where you can start putting in a different direction. So obviously the best way to solve this is to do the persuasion options up to a point. Because you're supposed to build strong words and to influence her, and depending on if you're Paragon, you basically get one over on her because she's trying to manipulate the interview, and she gets a little annoyed by that. If you Renegade, she agrees with you for the most part, but makes like snide remarks, which obviously I'll show you. But there's also a quick way to end it here as well. Well, you could just go neutral, obviously, the whole time and not give her anything and make it a very boring interview. That's one way to do it as well, to get a neutral response. But this is the Paragon way of just leaving.
Hold on. It's pretty clear you have an agenda here. I'm not going to be part of it. Excuse me.
You can't just walk away, Commander. The public has a right to know. Isn't it true you're just a shill for the Council?
Yep. And we get some experience and money. I think it's the same. I think the only way you get the best experience if you can basically placate her without causing like a diplomatic situation, which I'll try to. I'll show that one off, and then I want to show my favorite way of finishing off. And I think that's most people's way they want to deal with her. So, obviously, well, I'll talk about it after
Commander
we finish
Shepard?
after we finish it. So, let me go ahead and. I think I need 10 charm to answer all of her questions correctly, at least for persuasion purposes. So,
Khaleesa been seen in Al
okay,
Jalani,
go away.
Westerland. I can give you the
Some
chance
stuff
to set
for
the
So long as you-
I'm sure our viewers will.
Oh yeah, this part I can't cut because it's technically a cut scene. If it's like regular dialogue,
Humans have been
whatever,
trying to get the
I can
respect of
go
the
through it. But
galactic
when it
community
starts
for
up this type of
26
stuff, I
years.
can't.
With that in mind,
Man, shining that
what are
bright
your
light right in
feelings
my
on being
face.
the first human Spectre?
Overdue.
We all know.
Have you encountered
They know
any
better.
You've
Okay,
been
and
given
then we can
command of an
go with
advanced
that, so,
human warship for your missions.
It's a
Is
great
there anything you'd
human
like to say
innovation.
about it?
The Normandy is a triumph of human engineering. Like our development of fighter carriers, it shows other races that we're able to think outside the box.
That's gratifying. Many defeatist officers claim that the Alliance can't compete with the naval power of, say, the Turians. Do you think it was appropriate to hand Earth's most advanced warship over to the Citadel?
I like the fact that Shepard is stuck in like a animation loop where he, like, you could tell like there's like it's not natural the way he's moving back and forth. You can kind of tell there's a slight stiffness. It's basically just part of a program to make him wobble back and forth. So, yeah, that's only a formality. I command the Normandy, no one else.
Miss Al-Jelani, I wear the Alliance uniform. And if you think anyone other than me says where the Normandy can go, you're sadly mistaken.
No offense intended, Commander. I'm sure you have to follow the orders of your superiors. Of course, now your superiors are aliens. Speaking of your new job, did the Council order you to sabotage human research concern on Noveria?
And now, whoops, sorry, I keep talking before she's done. Now this question here depends on when you talk to her. If you did Pharos before as the first mission, and you come here to talk to her, then she mentions about the call. She mentions about that. I was about to say something would have spoiled the mission. She says something about that. If you come here after saving Liara, she doesn't ask a specific question like that. At least I don't recall. Anyway, it's been forever since I've talked to her right after saving Liara. And then obviously here, when you go to Noveria, it talks about that thing being destroyer sabotage. So she has a question specifically about Noveria. So little details like that. But there was an accident that's classified. I blew up the hot labs.
I made that call to save myself, my crew, and the inhabitants of Noveria. And I'd do it again.
It's gratifying to see someone who'll make tough choices to protect the lives of humans. Given your recent experiences, do you think humanity will ever get the respect it deserves from the galactic community?
And if you can already tell that she's basically fishing for, well, she's either fishing for a scoop of some sort, or she's trying to get more pro-human sentiments, that type of thing. So it's not my place to say when we're strong.
Ever read Machiavelli? He believed it's better to be feared than loved. We build a few dozen more dreadnoughts, I guarantee we'll be respected.
I hope they remember that when they pass the next defense budget. One last question, Commander. Rumors back home say you're tracking a rogue Spectre named Saren. Do you have any comment on that?
Now now in this answer, if you want the best result from it, like where the council doesn't get pissed off and the Admiralty doesn't get kind of annoyed that they have to deal with the council, anyway, you actually don't want to answer truthfully in this case. You actually want to you want to end it neutrally, which is this one right here. So
I'm afraid I can't comment on whatever my current assignment may or may not be.
Don't worry, we'll find out. The eyes of Earth are on you. Don't let us down. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
So you get a little experience and some money, a bit more experience from for actually finishing the conversation. Normally, that's mostly the way you're supposed to do it. For the most part, there's some variations to it. The way you're supposed to answer, though, overall, is you're supposed to answer strongly, if that makes sense. And yeah, since I didn't do anything, like walk out on her or something, I don't get... Well, actually, technically, you do get renegade points and stuff like that, but you have to wait till Admiral Hackett gives you the results of the report when you go back into your ship. And like I said, there's a couple of variations. Like, basically, he's either pleased or annoyed at your response
Commander
to her.
Shepard?
So let's show off what if we
Police have been seen
rat
in
out the council
Western. I can give you the chance to set the record
for that real quick. And then I'll show you my favorite way to finish the conversation, obviously.
Humans have been trying to
Which,
get the
like I said,
respect
most
of the
people are
galactic community for
like
26
it as
years.
well. I do too.
With that in mind,
it's just
what are your
hilarious
feelings
to
on
do,
being
so.
the first human Spectre?
Yeah, I can't.
Have you encountered any? You've been given
Great
command.
innovation.
Do you think it was
command the Normandy.
Speaking of your new job,
The hot lips.
given your
We're
recent
strong. We're strong. We're strong.
rumors back home say you're tracking
Okay,
a rogue
Council protected
Spectre
his
named
ass.
Saren.
For a long time, the Council sat on their hands with regard to Saren. I have to wonder where their thumbs were.
Strong words. It's a good time for strong words. Good luck in your mission. Thank you for your time, Commander Shepard.
And you get the same amount of reward too, but that's like I said, that's the one where the council get annoyed at you if you when you do that. However, I'm gonna finish it my way. Yeah, unfortunately, it means I don't get as much of a experience boost or whatever. But like I said, this is my favorite way to finish it because it just seems so gratifying. Which is weird. You think I would? You think like because she's basically pushing for more renegade options / pro-human sentiments. You think, oh, like if you're playing a renegade character, you basically would be. You would actually like a character like her because she's basically wanting that same thing. Because Renegade Shepard seems to be the same thing. He seems to be more, or whichever Shepard you make, seems to be more pro-humanity in their dealings, other than obviously being super aggressive, but willing to kill people and all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. They're more humans first, human first, that type of thing. If you're a Paragon, you try to be more diplomatic or charming and diplomatic about, like, oh, we need to work together, so forth and so on. So
we all know it.
Have you encountered any situation? You've been given command. Okay. Do you think it was a... Speaking of your new job, did the council... Okay. Given your
I guess being classified is probably the better way to go on that one, just because, you know.
The respect it deserves
anyway.
From the... Rumors back home say you're tracking
a
rogue
and then my favorite option here is the time to shut you up. You're going to love it.
I've had enough of your snide insinuations.
You son of a bitch! I'll make sure everyone in the Alliance sees that. Your career is over.
If my career ends, it's got to be from something else, not because of you. Mass Effect 3 has something to say about that. The fact that we have 3 games in the series. But yeah, she actually will make an appearance in the other games in 2 and 3. That's not really much. Well, I guess it kind of is a spoiler, but I don't mind saying it because she is a minor character in the grand scheme of things.
Show me what you.
I think you can buy like some licenses here, if I recall. Maybe it's one of the other shops. It's kind of weird that they'll still carry like old. Is that? No. Oh, right. Grenade. Okay, grenade upgrade. I think I might have bought this CASA fabrication license, but I might have had to reload something to do something else. So you can ignore that part. But at least the Medigel and the that is the what we need. And obviously you could buy more of the 7 versions of the Spectre gear or whatever. So yeah, I just love punching her out. And there's actually a if you punch her out in every itineration of you finding her in Mass Effect 2 and 3, there's actually a they actually kept oh, whoops, going the wrong way. They actually kept note of you doing that. Or, well, I'll talk about Mass Effect. If I ever play Mass Effect 2, there's some different results I'll talk about there. But let's just say there's a running thing that if you do it every time you run across her, that you get violent with her, that there's kind of like a final thing to happen depending on how you react to her at the very end. It's pretty entertaining. Okay, which one do we want to go to first? Now we'll get rid of. Let me go to the embassies real quick first, just to double check. I know there's one mission you can get in the bar at near the embassy, but you can't. Well, not now. We had to come back the second time. That was the thing I was mentioning in the previous episode, how there's supposed to be a message for you to come back to the Citadel, and it was actually after you finish 2 critical planets that you can do that one. So I do apologize about the misinformation on that one. That's what happens when you have multiple save files and you're doing other things, and so you mix up like the right info. So let's see if because I think last time we were here, Udina wasn't staying there. Let's see if he has anything to say.
Your Noveria report raised a few eyebrows in the Council, Shepard. I don't know what's funnier, you finding a species they thought they'd wiped out 2,000 years ago, or their reaction when they found out you finished them off.
It was pretty funny. You're sick. It was necessary. They had to die.
The Rachni were monsters. I couldn't let them live.
I agree with you. I don't want giant telepathic insects running around in my galaxy, but you could have been more discreet. The Council keeps throwing around words like genocide. I have to go calm them down.
Yeah, Udina will always have something to say depending on like what you do in a previous
Commander.
Mission.
Where can I find Admiral Cahoe?
Oh yeah, I already did that. Never mind.
Is there
I didn't mean to do that. No.
The only thing.
No. We're done.
I'll be here if you need
Thank you, Anderson. You're awesome, but I love hearing Keith David's voice, but yeah, I've already heard that conversation, so I don't think there was anything in here. No. Okay. Just making sure. But yeah, Udina, every time you do like a major mission or something like that, he'll have something to say. So it's not a big deal. It's just more like how you responded to the council. I love just disconnecting him. Whoops. And we're off. Anyway, okay. So the next thing here is a minor thing, not a big like groundbreaking mission or anything like that. But it does. It's one of those missions that if you connect your file from Mass Effect 1 to 2 to 3, then I do like the benefit in the series that that if you did tie games from the series from 1, 2, and play 3, and if you played all 3 of them, there is many, like, I wouldn't say rewards, but many story beats that you get to see that, like, it makes it feel like the game that you played was real and that you interact with it. No matter how people feel about the ending to 3, I still feel like that was a solid trilogy of games either way. Maybe could have handled better, but eh.
It is good to see you.
But you can say that with any franchise, really, when you think about it. So, let's see. I don't think there's anything on. What's your current? That's really not that much better. Isn't that kind of sad? How like his Predator 4 is not much weaker than a Survivor 9. It's not worth paying the money for that. Besides, it's very expensive. We'll see. That's much better. Actually, I think I remember Titan armor being like some of the best armor in the game. Now that's worth buying, and that's cheaper. That doesn't make sense. Like, why would like that's a 9, and that costs more? I don't get that. Like, shouldn't that cost less because of the numbers? But yeah, this would clearly be better. I might consider buying that. Actually, I do have quite a bit of dough, but we'll consider it. But okay, well, anyway, not right now though. Actually, I was wanting to buy the upgrades. I was just looking to see like what, or not buy the upgrades, just look at them. So, okay, nothing here. I think if I hit one more level, I should that thing should change because when I did I think it was. No, when I played this before, I was trying to do, like, I was just testing some stuff. When I went here, his equipment was different. Like, it had the next step of upgrades. It had, like, Connect. It had, like, I don't know, it had some. Oh, no, this is the. Was it the upgrades? Or maybe it was the maybe it was the standard view. Ooh. United Amp 9. Oh, that's not that much better. Huh. I guess Unity amps apparently suck from Serta. Serta, you suck. Let's see, Phoenix, is that better than? No, that was really crappy. See, this is why like half the time I don't buy. Okay, so I think I already bought the Sarah's Council license from previous, but I don't remember all my licenses. But I'm just like consider it for at least most of the upgrade stuff though. You just have to go to a different shop. It doesn't have to be this shop specifically, and it depends on like when you bought an upgrade. Because if I went to a previous shop and bought didn't buy the upgrade, if I went here I'd just say grenade upgrade 4. But anyway, we'll buy the Sarah's license even if I hadn't. Because one thing I want to do is go just buy all the shops just to see if they have upgrades for that. So, oh yeah, I forgot to talk to Bar Levon after we become a Spectre. He has just a line of dialogue that's new when you do it.
Greetings, Earth Clan. I believe congratulations are in order, Commander Shepard. You are the first human to join the Spectres, yes?
Yeah, not too many people have new dialogue after you become a Spectre. He's one of the few, so thank you. Yeah, what?
It's no big deal.
Don't underestimate this opportunity, Commander. You have a chance to do great things for the Earth Clan. Perform well and your species may soon be asked to join the Council. There is no greater honor in the galaxy. A word of warning, however. The eyes of the entire galaxy are on you now. Some of them are hoping you will fail. Be careful, Commander.
I should go.
Goodbye.
But, what? How the humans becoming, getting the first human Spectre and joining the Council all in the same game? You must be crazy. Oh, here's the...
Not what Jake would want.
Who are you to tell me what my husband would want?
I'm the only person making sense right now. You're endangering your baby.
This baby is the only thing I have left of Jake.
So it looks like we have a couple that's arguing about something, so... Yeah, okay. Just making sure. So this one is like I was mentioning before I went to the shop, like this is one of those missions that's really more just background detail about the world and stuff like that, and just solving it. All it does is it means they become reoccurring minor things in later games, but not like to the point of, oh, you're going to do a mission for them every time. More of a, oh, this is how their story's going after you finish it. So, but let's listen to the concerns. Seems like something about a baby and Jake and stuff like that, so let's see what happened.
I don't care what you think, Michael. It's my decision.
I know you're hurting, Rebecca, but don't let your grief hurt your baby too.
Huh. Your baby? Oh, it's not your baby, dude? So it's someone else's? Is there a problem? What's going on? Leave her alone, jerk.
Is this man harassing you, man?
Perhaps you can talk some sense into her.
I don't need anyone to talk sense into me, Michael. I'm not undergoing the treatments.
My sister-in-law here is pregnant, and she's refused to let the baby undergo gene therapy in utero.
Gene therapy is even going on about right now where it's not mastered or anything like that, but the idea and they'll probably explain that, say, that's your story, why, never mind. Oh, you could just like leave the situation. That's one way to go through this is just leave the situation. So, but gene therapy, the idea from what I understand is basically before I guess during fertilization or before embryonic stimulation or whatever it is, you can manipulate the genes of certain children to a certain point. Like you can affect it to where certain like attributes rise to the top, where you can cut out stuff like genetic deformities and stuff like that can be removed and stuff like that. Or if the child is male or female. Yeah, personally, I don't know how to feel about that because I'm all about like nature taking its course and stuff like that. But the question is, would you want, like, for example, if you have some like rare heart condition, would you want your child to have the same thing that you had? Knowing what the problem with it is, stuff like that. So I don't know. That's why we got ethicists and debating and all this other fun stuff. So, but why?
I thought gene therapy was common.
My husband Jacob died from a rare heart condition several months ago.
There's a chance that the baby could develop the same heart condition, but routine gene therapy can eliminate it.
A very small chance, Michael. And extranet reports say the therapy could harm the child.
It's less dangerous than the genetic enhancements that every soldier in the Alliance receives.
All right, calm down, dude. Jesus Christ. If you choose never mind, it means you just leave them to their own devices or whatever. So, okay, well, apparently we're caught up in this, so let's hear about it. Chance of disease?
What are the chances that your child will develop the heart condition?
According to the doctors, there's a 1 in 50 chance. And if my baby develops the condition, medical treatments are available.
Which are nowhere near as effective as simply getting the gene therapy.
Well, this guy believes in technology, and it has been around long enough, so danger of therapy?
What are the chances that gene therapy could hurt the baby?
1 in 300 at most.
But extranet articles say there could still be long-term complications we don't know about. Don't you understand? If my baby is that 1 in 300, I will always wonder if I killed my baby for nothing.
I can kind of understand, especially if you're a mom. Her probably not, actually, she doesn't look that pregnant, but again, they probably didn't make a super pregnant model anyway, so we don't know how far she is into her pregnancy. So she might be super emotional at this point, which obviously important, but you know what I mean. Sometimes your emotions can like flare up like a souffle or something like that. So you might not think 100% straight, but yeah, everyone deals with it differently though. But anyway, yeah, the difference is later choose or get the treatment, and then you can then you get a renegade option either way. Really, there's no specific like reward. There's just like the mission gets a different ending depending on how you do it. And in Mass Effect 2 and 3, the couple comes back again about the results of it. It actually doesn't really matter what you choose in terms of just other than you get dialogue differences in Mass Effect 2 and 3 about what happens. So if you let her choose, the boy ends up happy, and the couple just talks about like how to take care of the kid like on as a child, like what schools to go to and stuff like that. If you do get the treatment, their dialogue changes slightly in how like he's doing better because of the therapy, but now they want to know what other modifications should they make to their kids. So they kind of, because it goes so well, they kind of don't stop like thinking about like what other things they can do to help the child, because they want him to be the best he can. So yeah, really, like I said, it's just more personal opinion at this point. If you want to charm them into a certain response action, you need a charm of 8. If you want to intimidate them, you need an intimidation of 9 to choose whichever one. For me personally, I'd probably just let the mom go with whatever, because not that all parents know best, but it's just like, like I said, nature run its course type of thing. But we're gonna tell her to get the treatment.
For what it's worth, I think you should consider undergoing the therapy.
I don't care what you think. Who are you anyway? It's my child. It's my decision.
Okay. And then if you just choose these two, you basically just leave them to their own devices. And then I don't know if they actually come back after that, because you didn't actually make their opinions on it, or you didn't choose what their opinions were. But anyway, yeah. Think of the children.
You've already lost your husband. Are you going to let your grief endanger the baby, too?
I had to watch Jacob die. I can't risk causing the death of my child as well.
Well, then, yeah, you can't. You couldn't control that. You can't control that. I know you're trying. Then do the safe thing.
Your husband's death wasn't your fault. But if you refuse the therapy, your child's death could be.
Don't you understand? I can't lose this baby. This is all I have left of him.
And you and that baby are all I have left of Jacob. I can't lose you. Either of you. Not after this.
Then why didn't you just say that instead of yelling at me?
I was scared. I'm sorry.
If it means that much to you, if you trust that it's the right thing, I'll do the therapy. Thank you so much. I guess we needed an outside person to talk some sense into both of us.
Exit stage left. But anyway, because we did that, yeah, we get a full reward, renegade, we get a codex, and a journal entry for talking to the parents about that, which is under Family Matters. Family Matters. I actually forgot how the song on that goes. So, I forgot to shout out the Citadel 4th Estate. A reporter approached you for an interview. You agreed at first, but punched her and left her when her biases became apparent. Family Matter. You convinced Rebecca to get the gene therapy that will ensure her child a life free from heart disease. She and Michael reconcile their differences. And I guess, yeah, it's the same, like, basically brother married to the woman. He wanted to protect his nephew, or nephew or niece. No, it ends up being a boy. Yeah, I think they call him Jacob or Jake or something like that. So, okay. So, yeah, like I said, you can run across them in the second and third game. But they become background characters. You don't actually... Well, actually, no, in the third game, you can interact with them again. And you make I guess I can mention when we play the third game. But basically, you say, hey, I remember talking to you guys way back, like, a couple of years ago or something like that. And they're like, oh, yeah, thanks for the suggestion. So, okay, so, let's see. I think we've done... let's see. Citadel... Oh, yeah, Citadel Tower, so we can tell... Oh, I should have gone through the elevator just to see if Ashley or Rex have any dialogue with each other. Let me go back. I usually wouldn't do this, but let me go back and... whoops. Okay. I think word access is actually closer. Yeah, I gotta remember I want to try and unlock extra... The reason for me to come here was to get extra dialogue. Well, other than maybe seeing like different news reports and stuff like that, but trying to get extra dialogue out of my companions to see like what else they say. So I probably also maybe should have brought in Tally, because I think there's some areas in this place I haven't actually talked to her about, but anyway. Let's go over here. Into the tower. And see if anyone has anything to say, so. Yeah, just staying here in the tower, or in the elevator, gonna listen to elevator music.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members.
Oh, I've already heard this one
The
before.
production will open dramatic theater
Oh,
to the
come on,
Elcor
game.
with a
Really?
Hamlet who uses
With like,
Elcor
there, I
body
know there's new
language and
dialogue for all
pheromones.
my characters.
Kitt
Why aren't you
claims
giving
that
me
he's
that?
also excited by giving a human
Did I
audience
not
the chance
unlock
to
this
judge
during this
Hamlet
run
by
of this
his
game?
age
Maybe I
and
did.
not his
Sorry about that,
emotions.
folks. But I think they do every once in a while repeat some news dialogue. But I'm like, shouldn't character conversations have priority? Well, sorry. News reports that unlock a mission should have priority, then character conversations, then random stuff or comedic stuff. I think that's how I would have programmed it anyway, because that's what most people usually do those for. They want to listen to the character conversations first. I kind of almost wish they didn't like what it was like in Dragon Age. There's actually like a handful of places in that world that if you just, I don't think you even have to leave the screen. I think you just have to walk over a location, like save it, reload it, or save the game, reload it, and then it'll lock new conversation. You can just run back and forth between the two and get it. So anyway, let's tell Gareth about his dead brother.
News? Did you find my brother yet?
Yeah, he did.
I found your brother's body. His ship was attacked by privateers.
Willem's dead? I guess I should have expected this. When his ship dropped out of contact, I just knew. But I kept hoping he might still be alive.
Yeah, this might be hard on you. I thought you want to know yourself. You were fooling yourself, dude. Don't believe in hope. Hope is terrible.
False hope doesn't do anybody any good.
Maybe. But sometimes I think false hope is better than no hope at all. Please excuse me. I need to go make arrangements for his funeral.
Oh, he exits stage right. So sometimes people do exit in different ways. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the voice for Gareth sounded familiar. I think he did a couple of voices for Jade Empire, which I've already done a playthrough of. I did the closed fist version of it. Oh hey, it's
Commander
Emily.
Shepard, could I have another word with you?
Why would she want to talk to us again after we threatened her to pay us more money? But okay. All right, let's go just save over that one. Because she has a mission for us, and there's a couple of different ways to finish this one. I'll show the first way I'm going to show is the way that you're probably supposed to do it the first time and not thinking about it.
Hello again, Commander. I've got a proposition for you. Since you helped me get information on the crime syndicate, I've gotten a lot more backing from my publishers. I'm investigating traffic controller conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
Traffic controller? No one gives a care about traffic cops. Oh yeah, I guess we could just leave right now. Bye.
I'm trying to solve real problems, Ms. Wong. I don't have time for this. Goodbye.
Of course, Commander. I apologize for bothering you.
Exit stage left. And she's obviously wearing a new outfit since she saw us, so I guess she got a lot more money or something like that. So let's see. Yeah, Citadel planting a bug. You have informed Miss Wong that you will not help her planting bugs in the space traffic control station. What was the... Oh, yeah, the privateers. If you go to UNC privateer... Yep, it shows the... You have informed Gareth that his brother has died. Yep. Okay, well, anyway, sorry. Let me show off. Okay, now we'll actually talk to her into the mission. Yeah, one way is just to tell her to go, no. And this time it actually it completes the mission. Unlike last time where you could tell her no, you could still find the information for her and get it to her for a reward. But in this case, you
Hello
actually
again,
do
Commander.
tell her to go away.
I'm investigating
So,
traffic controller
what kind of help?
conditions now, and I wondered if you could help.
What do you want me to do?
I've heard rumors that the space traffic controllers are overworked to a dangerous degree. I can't get into the control room, but you could. If you planted a bug inside, I could crack the story.
I don't like bugs. We already killed a bunch of bugs the Arachnite. I don't want to deal with bugs anymore.
If you crack this story, what's likely to happen?
Ideally, there will be calls to improve working conditions by hiring more controllers and upgrading systems. The Council won't pay for improvements voluntarily. This story will provide that pressure.
Now you're probably thinking to yourself, folks, what is that random black object in the background when Emily Wong's talking? Where the camera actually put itself behind Rex's head, so we're seeing like the back of his eyeball. So, lovely old glitches. You gotta love them. Anyway, function of the bug.
What will this bug allow you to pick up?
Just audio and video. I'm not trying to tap into the traffic control system if that's what you're worried about. I just need to hear and see them in order to correlate their activity with traffic efficiency.
So you're a voyeur, huh? I didn't know you're that type of girl, Emily. Importance of story?
Everyone knows space traffic controllers are overworked. How is this news?
There's a difference between overworked and dangerous. Traffic at the Citadel has increased by 300% in the last century, but traffic controller resources haven't kept up. We already have several last-minute wave-offs per week. Do we have to wait for a full-blown disaster?
All governments are reactive, not proactive. It's true. It's been like that ever since governments have been formed, because they just don't want to pay the money, and they think about the immediate results and not the long-standing results. So, just look at my government. But I won't say anything more. Danger of a bug?
This bug you want me to plant, could it interfere with traffic signals?
Absolutely not. I made certain that the frequencies it uses won't interfere with anything.
Are you sure? Well, you seem nicer than a Jelani lady, at least. Well, we'll see.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just place it on a terminal with a good view of the area. Thanks again for your help. In the long run, this story is going to save lives.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. Alright, anyway, yeah, as soon as we get that, we get Citadel planting a bug. Emily Wong has approached you again and asked you to help with her next investigation about planting a bug at the Citadel traffic control station. So, to solve this one, we just have to go back to CSEC and go into that one room where the keepers are. I'll show you. It's actually, obviously, since you can just go right there, it's obviously not a big deal. Yeah, obviously you get credits, experience, and you get, depending on how you talk to her, or depending on how you answer her in the final conversation bit, when you do the job, you can either get morality points or not. This mission is mainly Paragon based, it seems like, but you can get renegade points from it, which I will show you, obviously, for being the playthrough. But yeah, if you go over here, if you talk to Chelik, he just says hi, Commander, and that's it. But anyway, if we go over here, we can plant the bug. Now this is the, okay, anyway, journal, okay, return to the Citadel Tower and inform Emily Wong that you've planted the device. Weirdly, this is actually the longest way to do it. You can actually get the same reward for this by doing something else, and I'll show you that as well. But yeah, it's kind of funny how you can just bypass it. If you do complete this mission regularly, like how I'm doing it right now, there'll be a news report about it later, about her results working on it. But let's go back to her. Citadel Tower. But yeah, it's one of those things where when you're going through the elevator, it'll talk about a news report. I think they say something about like a news report about traffic control has come out and the council is working to fix that or something like that. I don't think it makes the information makes an appearance in later games or anything like that. It's just more of a this thing type of whatever.
I'm already getting readings. This is going to make a great story. Thank you so much for your help. Here, this is everything I've got from my publisher's budget.
Okay, so these two options get you credits, credits, experience, and morality points. If you didn't know how to solve this a different way and you're playing Renegade, you don't want, for whatever reason, don't want those god-awful Paragon points, then choose, well, I'm going to choose it, but this is the last time, Emily.
I did this as a favor, Ms. Wong. You're on your own now.
Of course, Commander Shepard. I won't trouble you any further. Thanks again for your help. I'm going to show this to my publisher.
Exit stage left. But yeah, you don't get any Paragon points, but yeah, you get a decent amount of money. Apparently, you had a lot of money on here. But that's the way not to get Paragon. Yeah, if you choose the other two, obviously you say it's for a good cause, and you get morality points for it too. So let's show you how to get the same morality points without actually having to do that. Even though it only takes like 5 seconds to do. But if for some reason you're really strapped for time and you really don't want to do it, I'll show you.
Hello again, Commander.
Let's just choose the Paragon
I'm
options.
investigating traffic controller conditions.
Go through it.
That seems like a step down from wide-scale corruption.
Actually, in a way, it's more important. This isn't about people getting rich. This is about safety. I've heard rumors that the space traffic...
Okay, wait.
I can't get into the control room, but you could.
Okay, I'll try.
I can't promise anything, but I'll see what I can do. Give me the bug.
Excellent. Just play.
Okay, skip
Thanks
that.
again for your help.
Okay. Now, you're probably thinking, I'm not sure about this, and this seems kind of sketchy. Let's talk to her again.
Hello again. Is there a problem? I'm not detecting any signals from the bug
If you choose I've changed your mind, that's the Paragon option, and you'll get the same morality as if you'd helped her with it, because you basically say I'm not comfortable with this whole situation. Or you could just say don't hold your breath, and basically saying you're not going to do it. Or we could lie to her about this.
I planted the bug. If you aren't getting a signal, they must have found it.
But I never got a signal. They couldn't have found it that quickly.
People in the government work fast, man. Or that's actually a lie, but they're smart. What else could it be? It's the truth. Scout's honor.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, of course not. Here, this is what I was going to pay you. Thanks for trying anyway. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should go talk to my publishers about finding another story.
Wah wah. Yeah, we get Omnigel, we get all this stuff for doing it that way instead. But yeah, if you say that, obviously I couldn't show you the charm option for that, but yeah, basically she feels bad about forcing that upon you, and she's like, you're right, and basically a similar result, but you get Paragon points instead of Renegade points. But yeah, that's the way you get Renegade for that option. So I love how every mission usually has a Renegade Paragon way of finishing it. You might not get the same rewards exactly, but pretty close. So, okay, so next we go to the Med Clinic. Doesn't have anything, unfortunately, and her shop doesn't have the newest stuff either, which is kind of sad. So, but I do need to go to the markets for the purposes of buying stuff, seeing what if they have upgrades as well, which they do. They should have gel and Medigel or grenade options as well for. Oh, and if a line of dialogue should pop up. Let's see if we unlocked it, or they might have said this before. Oh, maybe I have to leave and come back in or something. There's or we may have heard it already. There's supposed to be a line of dialogue from that shopkeep and the customer there about having a receipt or proof of purchase, and it's a running gag throughout the series.
This isn't a proof of purchase.
It's a bank statement. It shows that I bought something from you when I bought it.
Well, thank you for buying from me, but this still doesn't prove that you purchased that item from my store.
But I didn't buy anything else here.
How do I know that? If you don't have the proof of purchase, I can't help you.
But...
Sorry.
I think we heard the beginning of their conversation, but I didn't point it out the first time. But yeah, this is a running gag. So in the second and third game, he ends up in another place, saying he thinks he's getting the runaround, trying to get his money back for that. I don't remember if he ever actually does get his money back for that by the third game. I don't remember that, actually. I just remember it being a pretty funny running gag, though. Well, not like, the funniest thing ever. More like, oh, I chuckle at that. That is a humorous endeavor.
Welcome back, Earth
Anyway,
Clan.
let's see what you got. I think you should have an upgrade. Actually, what's your... Yeah, I wouldn't buy weapons anyway, just because. Of course, the assassin armor sucks balls. Yeah, I need to go. Yeah, you don't have any good tools. You have a cipher thing, but no one in the group has cipher stuff. But anyway, I think I bought this. This is another one I think I already bought, but I'm gonna. But Max Arsenal license for our thing. So, oh, it's you again, Conrad. Great.
I've been waiting for you to get back.
And like Conrad from before, you can either humor Conrad or you can tell him to shove off. And I think he gives the exact same result, or he gives you this exact same speech what I did the first time I met him, where I told him to buzz off, and he basically says the same thing from before. So we're going to keep humoring him.
I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
Conrad, I'm pretty busy. Yeah, so you could be neutral about it, but I've got a place to save.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great. This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
It's not like a cop, or we're not like deputies. Well, actually, technically, I guess you could say Ashley and Rex and them are kind of deputies because they're following me and they follow my rules. But no, it doesn't work like that. Like, I'm afraid not. What? You've got to be kidding me.
Conrad, I haven't been shot in the head nearly enough times to make that seem like a good idea.
Joke if you want, but there were people who didn't believe in you, and you worked out, right? I read about what you did on Torfin. I'm not afraid to do whatever it takes to get the job done.
It's not that easy. Wow, apparently I think you only need like 2 charm or something like that for this, so same with Renegade, but it's not that easy. It's a bad idea. It's not gonna happen. No. That's a load of load of shit crap.
Conrad, you have no idea what it takes to get the job done.
What? No, please. Please don't hurt me. Why are you doing this?
I'm putting the truth into you, buddy. This isn't your fight. You need to learn. You're pathetic.
This is how a gun in your face feels. It happens to me every day. You can't handle this.
I thought you were a hero. Heroes don't do things like this. I wish I'd never met you.
Finally, yeah, that's the full way to finally convince and to get a reward for convincing Conrad not to become because he just wanted to become a Spectre. Obviously, there's a Paragon way of doing it too, but there's actually a bug in the original version of this game, which I own in the Mass Effect 2 game, is that if you transfer the file over from 1 to 2, Conrad makes a reappearance in the second game, but if you choose the Paragon option, the flag doesn't kick on. I think I talked about flags before, but flags are basically coding terms for if A happens, then B or then Z happens in this situation via the coding lines or whatever. But like something happened when they were making the second game and they forgot to check the flag for, or maybe it's this game specifically, like when the game has an in-game file, the flag for Paragon result of Conrad is checked. So if I ever play like a Paragon file of this and I want to show off the Paragon version of Conrad and Mass Effect 2, I won't be able to show it without buying like the Legendary Edition because I haven't read. Maybe they didn't fix it. I don't know. You would think they would, but here they are wasting hours trying to fix a camera angle when they couldn't get DLC stuff added to it. So, but anyway, yeah, I can't show that off, but I will be able to show off the Renegade version of Conrad when we actually get to that. So, but anyway, let's read the journal entry. Yeah, you only have to run into Conrad a couple of times on that one. What's it under? The fan. You convince Conrad that his interest in you is unhealthy and he should head back home to his family. He shouldn't be a problem any longer. I don't think that's what I did. I think I pointed a gun in his face, but alright, game. Whatever. But yeah, for whatever reason, yeah, they never fixed the flag on the first to second game if you choose the Paragon option. So, oh well. It's not that big of a deal, but it's slightly annoying, you know. Anyway, let's talk to Moral in here.
Yes, human. You need
I
something.
think you have
yes?
I think you have
Oh, you will be pleased.
another license for me as well. Let's see. Yeah, they have the Geth Armory. How'd you get that? Geth Armory license. What? So we can have Geth equipment? All right. I don't know about that, but okay. That doesn't seem legit, but
yes,
you have
human. You need something.
What do you know about
I have never met.
Ooh, Silverback. I think last time I hear he had really good Krogan armor, but for some reason he doesn't. So I don't know. Like, it seems to be random, like what type of equipment he might have on his person at the time. But anyway, I was just there for the license. So okay, so right here we're gonna encounter one of the background missions that you can get in this game. So depending if you played Earthborn, Colonist, or Spacer, there's actually a mission involved with each of those backgrounds. And no, there isn't a mission based off your personality. That's more lines of dialogue. So if you're like Ruthless or Lone Survivor or Hero, but if you're Earthborn, you'll see this man here. If you're a Spacer, I think you'll get a message from when you're traveling through space about someone wanting to talk to you on the Citadel. And you go to that, and then I forgot what the Colonist one was. I'll show off the Spacer and Colonist one eventually, not today's episode. I'll have to do it in a future episode, because I didn't actually have that file prepared. I was going to, but then I ran out of time while working on this, other projects and stuff like that. So apologies, but we'll show this off for now, and I'll save the other missions for another day. Maybe when I beat Pharos or something like that, when I come back to the Citadel again. But let's talk to this man named Finch.
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe it. Shepard grew up and turned into a soldier.
Who's this guy again? I'm sorry. You are. Who are you? What do you want?
An impatient soldier. Who are you and why are you in my way?
Name's Finch. You probably don't remember me, but we ran together in the 10th Street Reds. Maybe you don't remember it yourself, running in a gang. None of the vids mention it when they're talking about you.
Yeah, if you were Earthborn, you were... that's why you have more renegade tendencies when you play Earthborn Ruthless, because you grew up in a bad neighborhood, that type of thing. You know, alone on the streets, and so you ran with gangs and stuff like that. And this is a gang member you were originally a part of. I'm not ashamed that life is over. Forget the vids. They're bupkis.
The vids never tell the whole story. So, what can I do for the Reds?
One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman, got picked up by Turians. We'd like you to talk to the Turian guard in the bar and get Kurt out.
So you want to get one of my former gang members out of jail? I mean, I guess I could do it as a Spectre, but reason for the arrest?
What was this guy arrested for?
Some stupid minor offense. Maybe he had a little red sand. You know how the Turians are. They declared him a problem, and they're shipping him back for a trial.
Red sand, huh? Basically it's a drug. Or are you talking about Dune, or red is something from Dune or something like that, but not jailbreak, right?
You're not asking me to break Wiseman out of jail, are you?
Of course not. But word has it you've got some pull with the aliens. All we're asking you to do is pull a little for us.
Pull with aliens, huh? So we got another racist bastard around here, so... in Turian space?
What was one of the 10th Street Reds doing in Turian space?
Since your days, the Reds have expanded. We do some salvage, a little shipping here and there, that kind of thing.
So if you're playing a character that's Earthborn who wants to play Paragon, which is perfectly fine, what I'm doing is I'm just min-maxing it. But it, like, if you don't min-max it, it doesn't, like, oh man, you're not gonna get all those points. There's like plenty of ways to get points, to morality points, to max out your score by the end of the game without doing what I did. So you could play an Earthborn Paragon character. Like, maybe the idea is that you're trying to, you know, oh, you were tough at the beginning, or I was tough and I had to do things, but now I'm better and I'm gonna work to become a better person. That type of mentality. So if you choose no deal, he basically threatens you with, like, exposing who you used to be before you became a Spectre, which obviously at this point, what do you give a shit? But you know. Or you could just, no promises, no problemo, man.
I'll talk to the Turian and see what I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. I knew you'd remember your old friends. The guard's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again.
Now, if you actually do take care of it, like the way he wants you to, yeah, you never talk to him again. He just disappears. And then he sends you a letter, in Mass Effect 2 about, like, just, hey, how are things going, that type of thing. But yeah, we just have to go over here. But I meant to look at the journal. Yeah, this unlocks the Citadel Old Friends background mission. A man named Finch from a gang you joined in your youth has asked you to speak to a Turian guard about getting a fellow gang member freed. The guard is down at Cora's den. So there's 4 ways to solve this. This is one of those missions that has a heavy influence in Renegade options, but there is a Paragon way to get out of it, which I'll... I think I already talked to Rex about that, so... Well, let me ask again, just to make sure.
Fist had a good thing going.
Okay, yeah, he already said that, so... I thought I'd already talked to Rex about being down here. Oh, he is over here. Yeah, I don't know why he's randomly here in the bar here, so... But, okay, whatever.
Can I help you?
Okay, so here's 2 ways to do it. You can either convince the guard to let him go, or tell the guard, like, what's going on, and you'll have to, and that, by choosing that option, you have to contact, or you'll have to run into Finch again because you didn't actually do what he said. And you do get some Paragon points for this, but there is a way to get Renegade to kind of make up for that if you warn the guard. But let's do the full, like, Renegade, like probably how you're supposed to do it the first time you play this. So cut him loose, buddy.
You've got a prisoner named Kurt Wiseman. I'd like that prisoner freed.
I'd like a lot of things, human. Desire forms the foundations of organized society. That said, the xenophobe will remain in Turian custody. This is not negotiable.
Things change. Goodbye. Never mind. Yeah, just back off and go away. So, Wiseman's sentence?
What sentence is Wiseman likely to receive?
Considering that he attempted to commit a xenophobic hate crime, I would expect him to receive a lifetime imprisonment.
Oh, so it wasn't just this red sand. He was like doing something against the Turian race or something like that. Xenophobe?
Why are you calling him a xenophobe?
The human acknowledged his affiliation with several anti-alien organizations. His crime specifically targeted Turians as a species. It was a hate crime and will be treated as such at his sentencing.
That's pretty bad, dude. I don't know if I can help him. Red sand my ass. Wiseman's crime?
What crime did Wiseman commit?
He attempted to poison medical cargo being sent to a Turian colony to treat an outbreak of a dangerous disease. If he'd succeeded, millions would have died. This human is a dangerous xenophobe.
Oh, damn, that's a bit messed up. Well, doesn't matter. He's mine to take.
I'd rather not have to kill all your guards to free this man.
Why do you want this criminal released? Is it part of your mission, or are you just helping another human?
I could say that's part of my mission, but that's not your concern. Obey my orders. I am a Spectre. Rawr.
I'm a Spectre. I don't answer to you. Release Wiseman, now.
The Council should have known the humans were not ready for the authority of the Spectres. The prisoner will be released. Turian people at least respect the rule of law.
Anyway, we'll get Renegade experience and our journals updated when we do that. Obviously under old friends. You convinced the Turian guard to free his prisoner. Finch and the old gang shouldn't be a problem for you any longer, so they'll leave us alone. You'll leave me the heck alone? And yeah, if you go back to where Finch is, he's not there at all. So you'd think he'd go by and say, "Oh, thanks for helping us out and all that," but no, he doesn't. So okay. Anyway, let me show you another alternate way to do this. Oh, by the way, if you charm the prisoner to let him go, you still get renegade points because you're cutting a man who tried to kill a ton of Turians loose. So yeah. So even if you try to charm Paragon your way out of it, you're not doing that. So let's see what happens if we tell Finch we don't want to do it.
They told me it was you, but I didn't believe.
An impatience.
Maybe you don't remember it yourself. One of the Reds, Kurt Wiseman.
I don't know, I do that just out of weird habit. Too
All
bad none of
we're
your
asking-
companions have anything to say
do
about
some
this, but
salvage, a
anyway.
little
I'm not doing it,
shipping
man.
here
I don't
and
run
there,
a gang
that kind of
anymore.
thing.
My gang days are over, Finch. Get out of my way.
Suit yourself, Shepard. If you change your mind, he's over in Cora's den. Take care of this, and you'll never see me again. And Shepard, you might not run with the Reds anymore, but you really don't want us as your enemies.
What? Gang members? I'm a military, professional who's dealt with, rebels and aliens and bugs and all this other stuff, and you think you're a threat to me? Wow, the ball's on that guy. But anyway, let's see. Does that change anything at all? Okay, no, he just, I could swear at one point he threatens to, talk about, you being a gang member. Maybe I'm misremembering or something like that.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I need to tell you something, dude.
A human named Finch wanted me to use my authority as a Spectre to free Kurt Wiseman.
The xenophobe? I should have known he'd have friends. Thank you for the information. We'll increase the guard at his cell.
I knew you'd rat us out, Shepard. Now it's payback time. When we're through telling our story, the aliens will all know what the first human Spectre really is.
Yeah, I don't like being threatened by punks like this, so... Yeah, so there's two ways to do this. You can either intimidate or solve it the right way. But anyway, you can't do this pointless. Investigate. And you can obviously Paragon him away. If you Paragon him away, you get Paragon points, but the guard is kind of disappointed that you just let it... Because you basically convinced him to leave, but the guard was like, I thought you were made of sterner stuff because he's a crazy xenophobe guy or whatever. But yeah, if you're... well, basically, if you persuade him either way, he's like, you should have taken care of him or whatever. But anyway, bio known already?
My bio is public record. Everyone knows that I ran with gangs as a kid.
They don't know that the Reds target aliens specifically. We've got the backers to handle off-world missions. Your alien friends won't like you so much when they hear what your gang did.
Are you trying to put on some type of Bostonian accent or something like that? Your accent, it just sounds a little odd. So Finch's needs.
What do you want, Finch? What gets you out of my life?
What do I want? I want aliens off of Earth. I want the Council to stay out of humanity's business.
Unfortunately, we've kind of ingrained ourselves that's almost an impossibility, but you can still dream that, I guess. Gang not Earth first. What?
The 10th Street Reds was a gang, not an Earth first movement.
They're a human movement now. You think the vids will make that distinction? I can find a dozen Reds who'll swear they saw you kill aliens for fun. Who's going to believe you then?
Well, I mean, I technically did, and that's true, and I'm not denying it, but yes, exactly, so what?
Do you think I care what the aliens think of me, Finch?
But this is your career. You'd throw it all away like that?
Yeah, I'm kind of a Spectre. I'm pretty much at this point, unless I, like, kill another Spectre, I'm pretty much immune to this, dude. My career's safe, I wouldn't have to. They can't touch me.
I can legally execute everyone in this bar. You think the Council cares about my shady past?
The Spectre has overcome a troubled youth to lead a proud military career. The Turians would not care about such things. And I doubt your lies would fool the Solarians or the Asari.
Fine, Shepard, you're right. You're not one of the Reds. Maybe you never were.
That man is a xenophobe who thinks he can blackmail a Spectre. You should have killed him.
Yeah, he's pretty much just a pissant little gang member. He's not gonna do anything. No, I shouldn't have. I won't do that. Yeah, he's not worth my time.
I didn't need target practice. Don't you have a prisoner to guard?
Goodbye, human. It'll be interesting to see what kind of Spectre you turn out to be.
Yeah, and you get a bit of a Paragon points because of that. I think we got more of a reward. I'll have to double check that. Usually get more rewards if you use your morality, if you use your persuasion to get a result instead of the right side, which ends which ends something abruptly or quickly or whatever. So,
they told me it was you.
Anyway, yeah, who are you? Forget the vids.
One of the Reds.
I'm just, like I said, I only do the investigation. You know, I probably don't even need to do that, but I just do it out of some weird habit or something. Oops. This is what happens when you press the button so many times. If you push it out of combat, it pulls out your weapon. So I'm going to show you the fun way to do it because violence is just fun in this game. Like, I mean, Mass Effect 2 does have some pretty good Paragon and Renegade moments, but I'll admit this game probably is a bit more aggressive when it comes to that.
Can I help you?
All right, let's warn him, and then Finch pumps out of nowhere.
Our story,
and
the aliens will
yeah,
all
let's just
know
get rid
what
of
the
him.
first human Spectre really is.
No, they won't.
Impressive. Perhaps the first human Spectre will not be a disappointment after all. Goodbye, Spectre.
Yeah, you get see, that was 19. I think I got 2,600 for convincing him otherwise. So yeah, like straight up killing people is probably not the best result. And well, unless it's in combat, because then you get more reward. But I like the fact that there's no. Well, I mean, there is a line of dialogue, but I think it's because it's so quick. He doesn't realize that it's about to happen, and he goes, "Yeah, no, they won't." Boom. That's it. I just love the violence options in this game. I get a little bit less experience, but I just can't help myself. I gotta choose the most aggressive option for that. So unfortunately that means I won't get any information from him like in Mass Effect 2, but that's fine. Just because it's like he tried to threaten me. Alright, the only reason I'm still going on is I want to see if there's any new dialogue from going up the elevator, see if we can get finally get some companion conversations. Come on, game. This is why we do this. This is why we go through the...
I'm surprised you're willing to fight Krogan, Rex. I thought you would stand with your own.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
That's a nice way to look at it, Rex. Well, I don't know if I say nice, but anyway, finally some character conversation. Jeez, that's the whole point of coming here. Ah, man. Oh, well. So, yeah, that's it for the Citadel stuff. So now, it's time to go back into space. So, and yeah, it's a little too early to start going back to the plot again. So, it's time to explore the cosmos. What new things will we find out there in space? What aliens will we learn to love and aliens will learn to shoot? Find out next time in the next episode of Mass Effect. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.